Well, I was really impressed and proud with how we competed and how we came back. The second quarter obviously got really far away from us. We held them to 15, 14, and 15. And the other three quarters, in the second quarter, when CC got hurt, we kind of got into some unusual lineups and things got away from us. And so, I was happy when halftime came so that we could kind of rebalance and figure out what the new plan was going to be without her obviously losing Ari and Cece in 1 week. That took two people away that kind of played the same position, so we had to figure out, what next steps were. And so I was really proud of them. We went in the locker room, we came up with a plan on how we were going to get back into it. We went ahead, and then, obviously we had a chance at the end, and, that's 2 games in a row we've been right there, and we've got to figure out how to win the last minute. And, last minutes, coaches have a lot to do with that, and so I need to do a better job there.
There's an ankle with CC. It looked like it when she was limping. Could you tell?
I don't think it's an ankle, but I'm not really sure what it is.
Whatever it is, it's bad.
Yeah.
Meredith, though, I thought played really well.
She did, and that was, I thought, one of the challenges in the second quarter was she had gotten really tired, because she was playing a lot of minutes and we needed to get her a sub, and so it was probably a little too late. And then in terms of just you gotta get her out and then get her back in, but she plays super hard. Her ability to shoot the ball just always gives you a chance. I mean, it's really amazing how quickly she can get the ball off, and she's in the gym every day, so it's not surprising when you see it go in because you see it go in all the time. And so, we had a couple possessions down the stretch where we got great rebounds or we got out in transition and we took shots that were going to be really hard. And, we just got to keep extending the really good possessions and good runs. And, we got to start eliminating some of those 4 or 5 possessions a game that we can't eliminate, that we can move the game in our favor.
I'm giving credit where it's due. 35 is a pretty good player, huh?
Yes, yeah. We knew she was pretty good, so, and she hit a lot of shots from a lot of different places, and, we needed to adjust to her sooner. I thought actually we had a really good stretch at the end of the first quarter and the beginning of the second quarter. We adjusted her and did a good job. When we kind of got a little deeper in the bench, she got away from us.
Yeah, you did adjust well to it for quite a while. What was the difference there in the second and third quarter? Adjusting with a lineup you didn't really practice with much.
Yeah, we were just taking shots too fast on offense. And so, every shot has its kind of metrics on first shot and then its metrics in terms of ability to rebound. And so we were taking shots that were going to be challenging shots but also had no ability to rebound. And so we were getting stuck in the middle in transition. So we were trying to go because we needed to go get it, but it was too early in the clock. And so those are the ones that you get beat out in transition. And, we had 3 possessions where they were able to get the rebound, and then they, kind of pushed it right down on us. And those possessions, those are the ones that swing tides and momentum and all the problems, and those are the ones we have to eliminate. But it starts with really us understanding on offense, the movement that needs to happen. And then when you play great teams, it's just really hard to score early in the shot clock. And so the more settled and disciplined we get in that, the better we'll be. And that was a big difference in the third quarter. We came up with some actions that purposely didn't even let us look at the ball, the rim, until we'd gotten 4 or 5 passes. And then we were getting great looks, one after another, and gave ourselves a chance.
You probably get tired of hearing about last year's team. Last year's team started slowly, too, with some new players and some tough lineups. Is it just something you have to work through, especially when you have a new staff and so many new individuals?
Yeah, I think every coach in the country right now, with all things have changed the last few years and, in athletics, there's just a lot of the beginning of uncertainty. And so you go into game plans and you're looking at rosters and everybody's coming from different places. And so, everything, it makes it a little more challenging, a little more fun, but I think everybody's trying to figure out what our lineup's going to be. And we felt really solid about where we were. And then, you lose Ari and you lose Cece. And so now you're kind of, coming up with, little new strategies. But I thought, Timberland Yeast came in and had huge moments, and she's obviously coming off and has only been cleared for a month, but she's been having great segments in practice, and came in, and I thought the best thing she did is she played within herself. And she knew exactly what she was supposed to do on defense, had great defensive segments on offense, knew exactly what she was trying to do. And that was really valuable. And that was, she was one of the pieces that really changed the tide for us. And so super happy for her, because obviously it's been a long road. And when you get that first chance, you always hope it goes really well. And she nailed it.
Yeah, she did. When she gets all the rest off, she's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, she already is. Kind of walk me through that last play a little bit. Did they Or don't.
Well, I haven't seen it on film, and so I'm not sure what, multiple things went wrong on that play. We lost the coverage, and then obviously we can't inbound the ball right there. We had a timeout left. We saved that timeout for that situation specifically. And so, but that's on me. If we haven't done enough end of game situations that we get that part right, that there's nobody else to blame but me on that.
You mentioned Tim, and there have been a few players that have had to take that road back. How the CCs and even the Aries helped Tim in that road back? Because mentally for a player that's tough to come back and go full speed, but it seems like Tim has really worked back into it and not thought about it. She's just going to play right now.
Yeah, I think in terms of, she's been able to do a lot for most of the summer. And so because of her past, we tried to just be really slow in her transition back so that she felt really comfortable. And so I think that was a big part of it. And we're trying to put her in places that really play to her strengths. And, and she's pretty bright, so she's picked things up quickly and she understands exactly what she's supposed to do, and that helped us. You need sometimes the people that can also be really great at being a glue piece when you need it. And we had a very specific role on defense we needed her to perform, and she did it great. And then we got stuff out of her on offense, and that's the part that I was really proud of her about, because it's different in practice and when the big lights are on. And so she had a great day.
And the Hoops for Heroes initiative, obviously it's something that's very near and dear to everybody in the Huntington community, but also to your staff, to see that turn out and have the flag out there and see that reception. What does that mean to this program in particular?
Well, I think anytime we're getting to do college athletics as a career, we're really blessed, and we have a lot of people to be thankful and grateful for. And so, for us, I have service people in my life, whether it's military or first responders and police and fire, and we get to do a lot of things that we do because we get to rely on other people. And so, grateful for Coach Sasha because she has served, and for everybody that's served. I think we should honor those people. They sacrifice a lot, and it's the ultimate sacrifice. So I think anytime we get to celebrate them and honor them, it's a good thing.
Good, Tim?
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure. Thank you. It was a slow start before you came together with a new coaching staff and a lot of new players. Does this feel very similar to that, maybe?
In ways, yes, but I think with tonight especially, it's just one of those things where you want it so badly because we lost to them last season, and then that last play, I take responsibility just because, I'm an upperclassman now, should have known the coverage, knew the scout, shouldn't have happened, but mistakes do happen, and I have to remember that. No one's perfect, so we'll get them next time, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. 35 was tough. She was hard guarded. Of course, you score, what was it, 78? You win most of those. Is there something on defense you all think you have to fix, or losing CC hurt that much?
I think losing CC, yeah, she brings energy to onto the floor. But I think Timberland, she really filled in her shoes very well tonight. She brought a lot of energy. Might have topped it CC's just tonight. But we used her off the bench. She came in and she did her job, and I think that made a difference for sure. Defensive wise, there's always little things you can improve on. We're never going to be perfect, so I think we just got to go back and watch film and continue to improve and just add this to the building blocks, just one game at a time.
Yeah. So, again, upperclassmen, how do you keep doubt from creeping in, people getting down on themselves, that kind of thing? What do you do to encourage people?
Coach Fulks is really big on adapting, and that's been something that we've really been keen on this season. We have to just kind of believe in each other, believe in what she wants us to do, and then it's going to fall into place whenever we start to actually believe in it. And so I think we've been doing that. I think the last 2 months, really, we've been consistent in believing in her plan for us, and I think it shows. I think we are coming together slowly but surely. There's, like I said, just got to keep building on to each game one at a time. But adapting for sure. I think that's just what it takes, and then just believing in each other. If you believe in each other, you can accomplish anything. We did it last year with the smallest team in the conference, and so I think we can do it this year.
Confidence was a big thing for you in the freshman and the beginning of your sophomore year. Who lifted you up? Who encouraged you?
Definitely Ariana Redmond. She's definitely a person that if I'm having a bad day or anything like that, she's going to get me out of my head, or at least try. It's kind of hard. I'm stubborn with that. Same with Peyton Elderton. Ashley Tudor, she can put a smile on anybody's face without even trying, I swear. She's the funniest person I know. So a lot of those girls, I mean, it doesn't even, Cassie, our freshman, I mean, she's the same exact way. She will put a smile on my face if I'm having the worst day in the world, and you'd never know. She's just bringing positive energy to the team, having those people that just bring the light, that really helps. But, I mean, try to stay confident no matter what. Like I said, we just have to believe in each other, and I think we've done a good job at that. But, like, for instance, tonight, Aries, even though she can't play and we're missing her, she was very present. Like, you could feel her energy on the bench. She was picking up people up off the court, constantly staying involved, whether her role is different or not. So
You've come a long way in that department, though, so you gotta be proud of yourself, I would think, so.
still got a lot of improvement, but yeah.
Good.
For me, you know, down 12, does some of the experience from, you all been there before?
Mhm.
It just seemed like you all were like, all right, let's go to work in the third quarter, and you all were able to take the lead by the end of the quarter. Does that experience, even though there's some new pieces, does that experience for the core kind of help in those situations?
I think considering my freshman year, I mean, coming in from high school, and then last year, freshman year, I was still playing like I was in high school, I'd say. Like, I still had that mentality, so I thought 5 minutes, it was game over. Like, there's no chance we're coming back. And then last year, realizing that you can be down 10 points, and depending on how many possessions are played within that 5 minutes, it can change the game. And so I just try not to lose faith, and I know that 5 minutes or however many minutes, it's a lot of time, and we have to just execute and make plays whenever we have the ball in our hands. So that's what I kind of just keep in the back of my mind, not to freak out and panic like I would have done in the past. But I think that comes with maturity and playing like sped up, and I think having an older, like Abby Beeman, for instance, I think she's really helped me with my pace and making me feel confident in knowing that we can get the job done no matter what. So, I mean, I credit her for sure because she was a great leader last year, and she definitely taught me a lot that I needed to know.
Good.
Okay, thank you.